Hello, good evening. Thomas Orths, WinLearnChange TV. We are in Frankfurt in the Japan Center. It's a large tower. You can see it on the back. This is a modern venue. We enjoyed a full day with 30 executives. There was a workshop that we facilitated, inspiring high performance in the workplace, financial sector. I wanted to use the opportunity to introduce my colleague Bernd Sturm, WinLearnChange associate, and the question is, what is your background? Where do you come from?
My background is a business background, so I studied business administration in Cologne, in Germany, and in Penn State, US. The reason to go to Penn State was some research on assessment centers as a measure of human resources management. So I did my diploma thesis on that and worked for different companies for 8 years afterwards in personal development, conducting assessment centers as well. And since 2002, which is 10 years now, I just realized, I work in effective personnel management and moderation as a freelancer.
10 years, similar timing. WinLearnChange was founded in 2002, so I'm also a decade as an independent people developer, organization developer working in the trade. And what I like is this idea of assessment. There's two philosophies. Take the people that you have and develop them, or maybe select the right players in the first place, which is what has to do with assessment. So if you offer something in that area of expertise, what can the client expect? How would you suggest going forward in the area of assessments?
First of all, I only do tailor-made assessment centers, so I don't sell ready assessment centers to companies, which is quite common in the US, for example. So what I do is I sit together with the HR department, with the line managers of the people who should be developed or should be hired by the company, and then we develop the assessment center with exercises, with criteria which we want to see from people to hire or to develop, and then the final product, so to say, is an assessment center of 1, 2, or 3 days with a result of yes or no, if it's a hiring decision, or a result of where are the strengths and where are the potentials somebody should develop even more in order to get to the new position, in order to become a leader, for example.
And this is our philosophy. We like to come up with tailor-made initiatives rather than taking products off the shelf. And this is what you do. You assess, well, you interview, you design initiative, right, and then you deliver. So there's several levels of assessment. One is getting new people in, the other is looking at existing people. How do you work with companies working around the area of developing existing people with assessments?
We do both. On the one hand, we do assessment centers in terms of finding out where are the people we should develop even more. And a second stage then can be to say, okay, the results we get out of the assessment centers move into some measures we do with people, trainings, coachings, and development measures where we foster people to new positions and to build up on their strength.
And that is what I find interesting. What we often find is that there's a certain person raising their profile, doing well in business, all of a sudden they are promoted in a management position. Doesn't mean that they are then better off, performing better in that management position. So what is the criteria of selecting people to promote them into management positions? Think about it. Do you have any people that you feel could be capable of becoming a manager of a larger group? Are they really? Is it an assumption? Why not ask us and let us look at it in detail? Assessments put aside, there's other areas of expertise that you can offer. What would it be?
So one is what I just mentioned, developing of people in terms of motivation, communication. These are two fields when I work with managers, with leaders, on how can they be motivated, how can they motivate their team, how can they communicate, present themselves. So I do seminars on that, coachings on that, consulting for people who ask for. And the third thing I do is moderation on fairs or events where I am the facilitator explaining a product, explaining the company's new ideas to people attending the fair, or I am invited for keynote speeches on certain topics like personnel development and motivation, for example.
Yeah. And especially this point what we said before, fairs, exhibitions. We're here in Frankfurt and we know that this week there's a huge exhibition. Everything is booked out. You can't get a spot. And that is happening all over the place in Germany and in other countries. So there's an exhibition, there's a message, there's an audience, there's a product. Do you have the whole concept in mind, how to present your product or service at the next exhibition? Is it all ironed out? Is it all well prepared? If not, why not speak to us and let us help you? We look at the product, the service, we look at the exhibition, the target groups, and you come up with creative ideas, concepts, how to communicate. And that might be very valuable. So the idea is start to engage with us in communication, ask us. You cannot lose, you can only be wiser afterwards. We are here to help, we are here to support, and we stand for tailor-made initiatives that really bring you one step further to the business goals that you might have fixed in the first place. What can we do to help you? If we don't talk, we can't find out, and we are very open to ask questions, to advise, and to learn more. Thank you very much for your attention. Wish you good night. Hopefully we see you soon.
Good night.
Bye-bye.